Namaste. Well, this is a live recording for my YouTube video, so if you miss this video, it's fine because I'm just filming it, so it will go into my YouTube channel. Well, this is basically me predicting 2021, and this video was expected by a lot of people, and so here I am. I'll be speaking a little bit about it today, or at least an entire of 2021, how it will unfold for most of us. 2021 basically will be a continuation of 2020, not in every regard, but I believe that the perception and the way we prepare ourselves through what we have been through in 2020 will define how we face 2021. A lot of us faced it differently, like 2020. Some of us faced it with grace, some of us faced it with fear, confusion. There was a lot of restlessness, anger. All kinds of emotions came out from across the world for 2020, and what we continue to still face in many parts of the world. So 2021 basically will be an extension to 2020, but a lot of us will walk into this because we will walk into this in a better way than we thought we would, because we have been prepared for it by spirit, because through the experiences we went through in 2021. So you can expect us to kind of sail through this better than we have last year. There will be a lot of inner work, a lot of shadow work we will be all focused on, or what spirit will insist we focus on. So you can expect yourself to be dealing with a lot of things that you have been, avoiding in the past, a lot of relationship issues, financial decisions that you have failed to make. So I do see that there will be a lot of inner work which leads to closure. That will be important. So 2021 will begin for most of us in a very tensed way. Tensed because it will seem like a never-ending story. It just keeps going on and on. But if you look deeper or above the situation, you'll start to realize that the reason why we're going through this is because there's still a lot of unfinished business that we have not attended to last year or the years before. So it would be a good idea for you to pay attention to all of that now. From now to March, many of us will realize that some of the plans that we have set in place for ourselves in the last few years will slowly start to manifest based on need basis. Last year, when I predicted 2020, I did say that life will seem to roll forward more on need basis than on what we want for ourselves. So 2020 will be more of that. It will be focusing on need basis. What is important for you? So those of us who have exited 2020 in fear and confusion and restlessness, we realize that you have to do something about it. You can't go on like this forever, So the realization, the awareness itself will set forward a path for spirit to help us to work on ourselves. So there will be a depth in everything that we do, that we feel, that we think. And this will help us to move forward, looking for different outcomes, looking for better outcomes. And also a lot of purging will take place in most of our lives as we let go and we want more space for ourselves. The level of integrity in each one of us will go up as we focus on more important things, as opposed to what we did before all of this started in 2020. So there will also be people, especially among those who are awakened, who will feel the need to step away from environment and people who do not seem to add value. So there will be a lot of focus, there will be a lot of intention in each one of us to look for people and situations that align with the frequency that we are in right now. All of these superficial vibrations that were masking our lives will seem to fall away, or we seem to see past it. The real depth, the real meaning of life starts to emerge, because we notice that As the world changes, our priorities change. The importance behind, just going after certain plans or ambitions, dreams, we start to reanalyze all of that. And that kind of puts us all in a space where we start to value things which we have taken for granted previously. 2020 has been very tough for most of us, but it's also brought in unity in families. It's brought in families closer. It's brought in a sense of unity in some communities, in some parts of the world, in some societies. This will actually intensify. This will actually start to become more of a priority than just individual needs. So communities will start to rise, you see, and bigger organizations that we classify as the powers of the world, whether it be political or any religious community, all of this will fail to be as impressive or as powerful as they were, because it becomes more of, aligning with people who resonate with you. And those who still align to the previous module of how this world would find that they will not be able to move on, but they will be nudged. They will feel it intuitively that they should move on as well. But as for now, those who have faced last year gracefully, those who have been able to see beyond the 3D, the illusion that this world has created, will start to notice that there is way more that this world can offer than that we can offer, that spirit can offer, than just setting goals and reaching our taking care of our needs, just existing and not really living. So the living experience itself will become a more intense one. So you can expect a lot of alignment this year in your lives. These alignments will be very important to you. It will become priority. So those of you who have been setting a lot of plans, like some of you feel like you no longer feel attached to your previous plans, of whether it be advanced studies or certain dreams that you've had, or certain plans that you felt like you're doing. You don't feel close with certain people. That's all fine. That's your soul helping you to purge, focusing more on important things in life. So this year it will be escalating you forward into focusing more along these lines. So it will be all about vibration. If you don't feel like being with someone, you are not meant to be there. Don't force anything on yourself. Don't force healing. Don't force forgiveness. Everything has its divine pace. All right, some of you may think that shadow work, inner work requires that you heal, require that you forgive people, require that you do this and do that. The point here is not to do anything that you don't feel is right for you. Don't have to follow a particular format, because every journey is different. So if somebody feels it's time that they forgive and they heal, it's because that person feels so. You don't have to do the same. You see, your journey is exclusive. It's inclusive in the sense that you're part of the collective, but your experience per se is exclusive. So if you don't feel like accepting something yet, you're not ready for something, don't force it on yourself. So shadow work itself will be different from one person to the next. You have to be graceful with yourself. You have to be graceful with the fact that what you're experiencing here as a living experience itself is unique in nature. You do not have to rush. You do not have to follow a particular tribe, no matter which side they claim to be in. This is not about taking sides. And also, you do not have to feel pressurized this year to accomplish any earthly goals unless you feel like it is aligning with you. We will be provided. We will all be provided, because nobody is going to be abandoned here. That sense of abandonment would not be felt by many. You feel like things are going to be all right, and that's true. Spirit will always keep assuring us this year that it's going to be all right, no matter how confusing or how restless your environment may seem. You will feel calmer, you will feel more composed, you will feel more determined and confident. And part of it is because we've already faced a lot of things last year. And the other part will be the intuition. Your spirits your guides will speak to you, will reinforce those thoughts into you, that you're taken care of, that you're protected, that you're loved. So that last year when I spoke about ascension, many people were panicking. I was told by many that there was a lot of fear in it. There was a lot of anger in it. Well, it's again not something that I'm going to deny this year, because some of the predictions that I've made last year have manifested, as many of you have seen. But what I knew that was me denying information, me hiding information, or choosing to put out information only in specific platforms itself, would seem like, I'm not reaching out to enough people. So I'm still trying to speculate on that here. But the truth is, we continue to ascend, we continue to awaken, we continue to move forward collectively as a part of the one consciousness to help us ascend in whatever way we're meant to. 2021 is not going to be the end of a lot of things. Okay, like there were people who asked me if 2021 is going to be the end of COVID. As we have seen, mutations have manifested, and I did predict this last year. I said no, I didn't feel this would be the end of COVID. There will be many other issues that will keep popping up here and there, but let's all trust the process. Let's all trust the divine. They know how to lead us. They know how to take us from point A to B, because they have not just done this now, they've done this for ages. We have to trust the process. We have to trust the universe on this. So that is what we basically need to do. There will be manifestations of this virus. There will be other issues, and I will not be talking about all of that now, because the focus tonight is that I want to just reassure each one of you that last year was the opening of a doorway to a completely new journey for all of us. For all of us. So it basically taught us that the old normal, the old patterns of the earthly existence does not have to continue, and the world will find its way to shift it. And it has. And this is just the beginning. We only absorb whatever vibration we perceive. If you perceive the changes around you with fear or with anger, that is exactly how it will affect you. If you perceive all of this, trusting that everything is a part of evolution, everything was meant to happen, okay? Whether you want to go through a scientific channel or you want to go through whatever channel or a spiritual channel, the need to fear, the need to worry is much of the mind, is something that definitely comes out of the mind, the ego, because we've always wanted to be in control of situations. And when you realize that you cannot be in control of COVID, you cannot be in control of what the world is going through, or what the political leaders are in the world are doing, we don't have to be in control. The only thing that we have to be really in control of is how we perceive it. And that is exactly what 2021 will teach us. Perception. Perception changes, vibrations change, and based on your perception, your vibration shifts. So fluctuation will happen. It's meant to happen. Stimulations will happen. It's meant to happen, because it's all part of the living experience. What needs to really matter is how you and I perceive this. And based on that perception, our guides will lead us to the next level, and so on and so forth. So there is no need to fear. There's no need to worry about a lot of things. Just go with the flow of things without being afraid of control. The only thing that ever controls us is our minds. It's not people, situations, not virus, nothing. So that is the message that I have for 2021. A lot of us will walk away feeling drained. I know that last year left a lot of us tired of even being here. And this year is not going to be different. There's going to be a lot of weak spirits who cannot cope with the changes, who will want to exit, and they will. There won't be any heavy karma for people who exit from this realm in the next few years, as again with last year, because of the ascension. And it's understandable that it's very stressful for a lot of people. So we can expect more losses unfortunately or fortunately, whichever perception you see it. I do not want to come across as being insensitive by saying, oh, you know, there'll be a lot of losses, and yes, a lot of people will send. I would like to say that it's never easy losing someone we love, and we've all in some way experienced or witnessed losses last year, and it will continue this year. The only thing I can say is that please, you know, take your time to process this information, because it really means a lot more than it sounds. Perception is everything. Vibration will be everything, because that is what evolution is all about. Thank you so much. I hope this message reaches out to many of you. I will be putting this up on my YouTube channel, and it will be removed from my timeline. So don't worry about it. I will share the link to my YouTube channel with this video on it as soon as possible. Thank you so much for being here. I love you. Namaste.